Hey there, Zoe Lindsay, IFBB Pro here, and you are watching MSTV.
Right here at the Arnold Expo Last Day Bolero USA.net booth with Alessandro Savi and Guy Cisternino Italiano. Paisans. These guys have so many years experience competing on stage and prepping and all of that, and we just want to get a couple of things that what they both think, some things that you guys, younger people, are just starting to get into competition, what you guys should focus on, and maybe a few things you should stay away from.
Focus more on the gym and focus less on the cell phones. I see most of this day and age, people go to the gym to not just to look good for themselves or to compete, but because they want likes, followers, fame from Instagram. And, you know, back when I started bodybuilding in 2003, none of this shit was around. Social media didn't exist. And, you know, people ask me now, like, how do I stay motivated and how do I keep up doing what I do? And it's the love of the gym has changed a lot since I've been competing, because the love for the gym turned into love for social media. So the best advice I could give any of the up and coming people is put your fucking phones down when you're in the gym. Until you have a following, until you accomplish wins or turning pro, that's when the sponsorships happen. That's when the fame will come. But people are in the gym filming with tripods and, you know, fucking million people filming them and you know, setting up this and setting up that, and they're filming for a couple hundred people. And yes, people are like, well, how do you grow if you're not filming? And you grow and you get known by winning shows and turning pro and winning pro shows. That's how I did it. But people want to put the cart before the horse, and I see more people fail than succeed because they're worried about social media and not worried about the gym. So best advice I could give somebody, put the fucking phones down.
He said a lot, so I don't have a lot and much to say, but you know, like it's pretty much right. You know, social media I think is not positive now, but what I want to tell people is just enjoy and love what you do, and you know, put effort on the work, put the passion on the work, and the success will come. If you think about success, it's not gonna come. You gotta put the hard work in the training, hard work on the diet, and just live day by day and love what you do. Get up in the morning, be blessed you're awake, you know, and you can go in the gym and train and have the best workout ever every single day, train like it's your last day, and that's all. You know, like if you have to be a champion, you will be a champion. The difference between champion, there is no difference, it's just the mindset to be a champion. And that's all. We have the tools. We have chicken is chicken for me, chicken for Guy, chicken for everybody. Rice is the same. People they think we have secret, we have something hide, nothing to hide. It's just a mindset. You're going to the gym to kill every single day. You know, like wake up in the morning, okay, what I'm doing today, I train hard because I want to be successful. That's all. You guys, you know, like you said, put the phone down. Don't think about taking the selfie between sets because you're wasting time. That's a waste of time. Selfie, let other people take your picture when you're famous. Okay, selfie, you don't need selfie. Just stay focused on the training, train hard, and look at this. We don't need selfie. We ugly. We don't need selfie.
I'll trim that also.
That's great responses, and I totally agree with you guys. One last thing, where you have these young guys nowadays, they're looking up to these, lack of a better term, the influencers out there on social media who are basically just nobodies. They're just a fake pretty face. So do you think that these guys should look at them or look at the guys that have been in the trenches like you two guys and the guys that have come before you?
I mean, I'm not going to bash anybody for being social media famous or being an influencer because, I mean, they make their money too. But I would say kind of figure out what you want to do. Do you want to be an influencer? Do you want to be a fucking bodybuilder? Do you want to be a model or you want to be a bodybuilder? Like, I don't really give a shit about influencing people. If people are influenced positive by what I post and what I do, great. If they're not, follow an influencer then. But, you know, if your goal is to just be an influencer, I mean, it seems like a shallow goal to me, but my goals were to be, one of the best bodybuilders in the world, and that was my goal, and that was what I accomplished. And people say influencer. I find being called an influencer kind of a disrespectful term because I'm a professional at what I do. So, do you want to be a professional or do you want to be an influencer? It's up to you to make the decision.
All right, honestly, Joe, I don't even know what mean influence. I just influencer. I don't even know what's mean that word because I'm Italian. I'm an old school influencer. My daddy was my influencer. He would smack me if I wasn't going to get up and go to work and get to the gym after work. So that was my influencer. I don't know if it was positive influencer. So discipline is first. Discipline, not influencer. This guy, they make money, like you said. I don't disrespect anybody. But when I see these people walk around in the gym and go up to them, other kids go up to them and look up to them, I think you guys, you got the wrong fish. You gotta go fish and fish a big fish, not a small fish.
Change your bait.
Exactly. So we are good fishermen in here. So then, in the end of the day, anybody in life, they can choose and do what they want. But that the best influence is just yourself. Like I said before, motivate yourself. And of course, me and Guy, we are good influences. So you guys, what the hell? Follow us, that's it. We don't need anything else, right? Whatever. And if you want to enjoy us one day, maybe come down. We train legs. Even if it's limping, I'm crippled, I'm old, and he's younger than me.
Bury you.
But we still bury you guys. We got nothing for anybody. We kill everyone. We destroy people. We nasty. We have Italian blood, baby. Am I right or wrong?
100%.
Oh, you see, Ken said no. He's Italian too. He's got blood inside. This is Sicilian blood. What the hell? Thank you, guys.
It wouldn't be a day at ProFit without my paisan, Anthony Tumminello, here. Anthony, thank you once again, you and Alex, of course, for allowing us to come here and do a quick pop-up. How's it going?
It's going excellent, my friend. It's always good to see you. Very proud of you. What you do. You grind like no other. Again, a little on the perverted side, but we won't mention that. But it's always good to see you, my friend.
Always good to see you too, Anthony. We go back a couple of years. You obviously were on the cover of Muscle Sport Mag. We saw it when we did the tour with Alex by your office. You got a few of them hanging up, and thank you for that. So how are things going with ProFit here and with Method Training? Talk a little bit about what you do here and what kind of clients you have, and also obviously you see him every month. I wish it was every month. Every issue, every quarter in Muscle Sport Mag with the Method to the Madness column. So tell us about some of your clients, the different things that are going on since COVID, because we were here before COVID, and Alex and I were talking about that in our interview. Things changed a little bit. So what was that period like for you with your business and ProFit, and how has it been since?
Well, this place is always, again, the culture here speaks for itself. So this place has always been a staple, in Suffolk County as far as in the gym culture, the fitness culture. So this place was never going anywhere, even with COVID or regardless. When we were home, I did a lot of, obviously, FaceTime, Zoom clients. I do a lot of nutritional stuff, medical-based as well. So I really had to keep up with my, I had some diabetic clients. So I had to really keep up with the nutritional base. And that's basically all I could, do. Luckily, that was pretty lucrative for me, even during COVID because of that. I talk shit about technology and social media and all this, stuff, but that was very beneficial during the COVID era, COVID situation.
Did you have any home-based clients that they either came to you or you came to them while the gym wasn't allowed to be open?
I didn't do that. I just don't feel listen, I could train someone on a tree if I had to, but I really like to focus on the nutritional base. But I also really like to focus on accountability with my clients. So what I did was I made sure that whatever they had at home, any kind of equipment or whatever they were going to do calisthenic-wise, was enough to get blood in the muscle, keep everything moving, keep the blood flowing, keeping their heart rate at a certain level. And, they touch base with me every 2 weeks. So that's how I kind of did it.
What is the biggest, it's a hack question, but I'm going to ask you anyway. What is the biggest or the most important aspect of someone who just, they want to get in shape and they're having trouble maybe making that next step and getting their shit together and dedicating it to it? What is the most important thing right off the bat that they need to do?
Accountability. There's no ifs, ands, buts, and you need to hire a professional coach. I always go back to this. Nobody they see on social media with no education, no one that they don't have experience. You really need someone you're accountable to, that's professional, and most importantly, really knows what they're doing nutrition-wise, exercise-wise, functionality-wise, human movement, motor behavior, things like that. Most important, bottom line, is having someone accountable. They know they have to see me. Numbers is a big game in here. So numbers is everything. They know they have to reach a certain weight. They have to reach a certain body fat when they see me. That is the goal. If they did 90% of what I told them to do, that goal will be achieved. That's the biggest thing. It's accountability. Knowing they have to see me. It's like you going to a doctor and a heart doctor. You know that if you're exercising and you're eating right and your cholesterol's right and your blood pressure's right, you know that heart doctor's going to be pleased. That's basically what it is, no question.
So basically, to be accountable to yourself isn't. I know I'm kind of rhetorical, but I'm going to let you answer it anyway. To be accountable to yourself is a whole different ballgame being accountable to a trainer, right?
I look at it this way. Any baseball player, basketball player, football player, related to sports, your coach is there for education, to push you, right? And what's the biggest thing? That accountable person to say, listen, you screwed up. Here's how you get better. You did this wrong. Here's how you do it right. That's the biggest thing. Even I'm a strength and conditioning coach, and it's the same concept for my fighters, for my athletes. This is what you're doing wrong. This is how we get better. And accountability. And if you notice, the best clients, you're related to the best athletes. It's the same kind of concept. The people that are disciplined, and they know that I'm going to see my coach, I'm going to see my trainer. Here's what I have to do. And then it becomes, more importantly, Joey, it's the lifestyle. Then it becomes second nature to them. Just like they take a shower every morning, they brush their teeth every morning. It's second nature. They got to take the supplements. And then, again, they know that I'm there to push you a little further to get what you want, That's the biggest thing.
And you've had a lot of, and I'm very proud of you, and you always try to say, if I didn't get the MSM cover, I don't believe that for a fucking minute. You would have got those other Men's Fitness and Train covers anyway. Tell us about the covers that you've been on, besides our magazine, obviously.
Well, I've been on Train, which was, international, every country on earth. I've been on 2 Men's Fitness covers, which, I was, I got the chills just saying that. Men's Fitness to me was my childhood, seeing Sly Stallone, like I talked about, seeing all those guys on Men's Fitness, all the actors, and then seeing me on that same exact cover, it was mind-blowing. I have to completely disagree with you. If I did not get with, you're the first person, I always say this to you. It always takes a guy from Brooklyn, regardless if I'm in England, South Africa, Dubai, all that. And that was the weirdest thing, seeing my cover on different languages, whatever. But it's always a guy from Brooklyn who starts it all. And it is the truth. I know you're going to say no, but they saw me on Muscle Sport magazine, Train specifically. I mean, Jason Ellis was obviously a big thing because he shoots all the covers, but they saw me on Muscle Sport magazine through social media, and they said, all right, what's this guy about? They contacted Jason Ellis. The editor contacted me. I got the Train cover, which was mind-blowing. And then, it just kind of snowballed from there, the Men's Fitness. And This was my second Men's Fitness. I'm actually on this month, so.
You're on another one.
Yeah, so the two.
Okay.
So this is the second one. It's actually the April-May cover. So I was pretty. Listen, I gotta say I'm blessed. You make your own, destiny. You make your own career, but you gotta have people to support you and truly support you to make everything happen. So, and you do. You did. You didn't have to. The only reason why I was the same schmo with a six-pack and I looked great, this, that, the other. You liked me. You said he likes Saturday Night Fever. I'm gonna put him on Muscle Sport magazine, and that's how it went. So I'm appreciative.
Listen, you've promoted that cover fucking like crazy, so I'm appreciative of that, and I'm real proud that you got those other covers. What was the time frame between the two men's fitness covers? When was the first one?
The first one was June of 2020, and this one was, like I said, April of 2022, this month.
That's amazing, and like you said, you've seen it with in other languages. That's got to be pretty wild, right?
Yeah, the best one was the train one. I saw it in Chinese. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I saw it in Dubai. It was, and then when people were sending me, they were traveling. They were in New Mexico. They were in this, and it was in every airport hub. Yeah. And, the Men's Fitness, again, it is iconic. The train was unbelievable, but to me, Men's Fitness was the most iconic thing, that I could have achieved in, the fitness industry. So I always say, listen, right place, right time. Who kinda, but hard work always pays off.
Yeah. And definitely Train Magazine is a great magazine. It does a lot of fitness bodybuilding, but also a lot of MMA, which you're heavily involved in as well.
Yes, I am a strength and conditioning coach for professional boxers, professional, UFC fighters. I do a lot of athletes specifically. Like I said, I went to Cortland for strength and conditioning, exercise science, so that was my original passion. But I do a lot of, professional boxers, MMA guys, and I love that. That's just one of my aspects of what I do. Yeah. And the other thing I get really passionate about is the medical nutrition. When Dr. Rizzo or a doctor refers them to me, I got to get these guys off of, or these girls off of blood pressure medication, off of cholesterol medication naturally. And when they start losing weight and they start getting into shape and their lifestyle changes based on all that, and they get off all the meds, man, I'm really proud of those guys too.
That's pretty amazing, though. Like you said, the blood pressure, or I'm sure, like you said before, you had diabetic clients as well. So a lot of those people, exercise and diet, they can turn those medical conditions around, right?
I have done it more than you know, and I'm a complete believer in movement creates movement. So when you move, when your blood circulates, your muscles don't atrophy. Remember, when you don't move, you lay on the couch, or let's say they're obese or overweight, that is when the body starts to shut down, Joey. You know what I mean? So when you keep the blood flowing, the nutrition in there, the hydration. People don't understand how incredible hydration is for you. People just lack that. Yeah. It's a science, and that stuff is really, really amazing to me also. I'm very proud of all of them.
But there is one time when we're allowed to sit on the couch, and that's watching the New York Metropolitan Baseball Club.
Oh, yes. Why did you bring this up?
Anthony you think I'm a big Met fan. Well, my son Jimmy is doing the video, and he's a humongous Met fan.
First for Jacob deGrom? That's a stretch. After the All-Star break, I think that's when he's coming back. But now people understand what the agony of being a Mets fan. And again, you know me, I'm a Knicks fan.
Oh, yeah. I'm big Knicks fan.
And I'm a Miami Dolphins fan. I'm cursed. Listen, remember, you can be successful in life, in this, in your career, whatever. I know for a fact, and I'm okay with it at this point, that I'm a loser fan.
I'm 54. I'm a Knicks, Rangers, Mets, and Jets before I stop watching the NFL. So I've gone through some lean. I went through Grant's Tomb era at Shea Stadium, where if they didn't lose if they only lost 99 games, it was considered a good year for the Mets. Late 70s, even a little bit into the 80s, and then 83 things started to change a little bit.
Foster, remember he was the savior. I remember being from Brooklyn, talking about Brooklyn when we were, my family's from Brooklyn also. Lee Mazzilli, mediocre player because he was Italian from Brooklyn.
Superstar. Should have won the goddamn MVP the 79 All-Star game at the Kingdom. I don't want to hear it. He got the tying and the winning RBIs, and the NL won the game. But being a Met fan's a tough thing. But you're very passionate with it. I'm very stoic with it. I guess maybe because I was a sports writer, so I don't get as much into it. But my son and I, we attend a lot of games, and we had tickets for the second game of the year, Tom Severstatu and Scherzer's first start. But those series got canceled because of the goddamn lockout.
But you know what's aggravating me? Speaking of, so Scherzer's game on Friday, right?
Oh, yeah, I know where you're going. Do you have Apple TV? Because I don't. I'm not getting it for a game.
I refuse to press the button, even if it's an app. I heard it's just an app. I mean, come on.
I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing it either. I'll listen on the fan.
Oh, yeah. We'll have Howie and Wayne. We'll listen.
I'll enjoy it.
Oh, but that's funny. That's good. Some good stuff. Anthony and I, we fucking laugh about the Mets, and they're a tough team to like, but when they win, you really appreciate it. And I've only had a couple in my whole life. How old were you in the '86 championship?
I was 6 years old. I was 6 years old.
So that was me in '73, when they lost in Game 7 at Oakland with Tom Seaver pitching. Day game, by the way. But so we kind of have only the limited championships, obviously.
Well, you know what it is? I remember that specifically because my whole family, and that was a New York. The Mets were New York back then, And then after that, I remember just, I'm a Met fan. I'm proud of it. And then the 90s came, and 1996, and the Yankees just blew the doors off. And then that was when I was almost embarrassed to be a Met fan. But listen.
But 2000 was fun, though.
2000, I was in college, and let me tell you, college was a blur. I don't think I even watched it. I watched them, but I don't remember half of them. But 2000 was definitely fun. But once again,
they lost to the Yanks.
Yeah. I was a big fan of Bobby Valentine, though. I
love Bobby Valentine. When Valentine took over for Dallas Green, that's when the team started to change a little bit. You started to see some of these younger guys get bigger roles on the team. And Bobby V was a big thing with the whole 9/11 and everything. He's a real New Yorker, and he's a Connecticut guy, but he really, because he played with the Mets and stuff like that, he was a great guy to have on board.
I was a big fan of Bobby. Remember the best one was where he got thrown out of the game. Right, and then he hid in the dugout with the glasses and the mustache.
With a T-shirt on and a blank T-shirt and a blank hat. Yeah, Bobby V. He got extra fine for that, but I guess it was worth it, though. It's an infamy. Give out the website. Give out the Instagram. How can guys get a hold of you that want to get you for training?
Sure. So Instagram is AT Method Training. My company is Official Method Training. Both ats, obviously. My website is officialmethodtraining.com. I have a great assistant that handles all the emails. You can get a hold of me there. And obviously my office is in Profit Deer Park. So
we saw that on the tour. We'll show that a little bit over here. Grazie mille, mio fratello.
Listen, once again, Joey, I appreciate everything you've done. You don't think so, but you have.
You've done a lot for me, too. Feelings mutual. Anthony Tumminello right here, Profit Deer Park.
Thank you, guys.
Old guy's training tip. TRT is great, but keep it at TRT. What the fuck am I talking about? Listen, if you're going to use juice, keep it at TRT levels, especially when you get older. You're going to screw up so much shit in your body, especially if you've been doing it for a number of years. I ain't got a bullshit. I've been doing juice pretty much on and off, but more or less on for over a decade. Why am I not so big? Because I didn't take crazy fucking amounts, and I didn't fucking eat 10 million calories a day. I didn't give a fuck that much about it. I mostly did it to stay young looking. It didn't work. and I like having a hard on in the fucking morning. So, sorry. That was pretty much it. I really wanted to just, be able to fucking not be a fat fuck, to stay in shape, and I wanted my freaking dick to fucking work right. And I didn't want to get old and have that go away. So, keeping it at TRT levels, and I've explained other times with the blood test when I was using shit that thickens the blood too much. There's different types of fucking juices that do it, like EQ and stuff like that. But if you're gonna say, hey, listen, I'm on TRT, there's so many fucking legit fucking guys out there. I'm not just trying to plug my sponsors, which is wellnesscenterofny.com. I just did plug them, by the way. But real places like that will give you legit fucking American pharmaceutical grade testosterone sip blend. There's all different type you can get. Right now I'm on a regular 200 sip, 1 shot a week, split up twice, Tuesday and Friday, half a cc each of the days, and a Rimidex once a week, once a week. That is a very, very moderate thing, and I don't need to go crazy and keep crazy stuff, because I'm prone to have a high red blood cell count as it is, so I don't want to make it fucked up. So if you're gonna do TRT, stick with TRT. Don't start doing stupid shit like I did for a while and stack it with other stuff, unless you really, really are like one of these competitive bodybuilders and you're making real money off of it, which I don't think even is probably part of the same sentence, except for maybe a handful of guys at the very top. This isn't your life, so don't give your life for it. Hey, I'm wearing my Hot Stuff shirt. They're the title sponsor of our Monday Muscle Sport Radio, just like wellnesscenterofny.com is our title sponsor of our Wednesday, the Bodybuilding Lifestyle Show. And also go to musclesportmag.com/store, subscribe, $32 a year, free shipping in the US, or $8.99 for single issues. Some of the older ones are a little cheap, and I do free shipping in the US. musclesportmag.com/store.